Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Reta Prasasti. My ID number 2090-6047. Now I want to explain about review Mundis chapter 3. Today I want to explain about Mundis chapter 3. Equivalence and equivalence effect becoming an essential feature of translation theories in the 1080 Henry 60 and 1090 Henry 70. Equivalence and equivalence, which mean to indicate that such text and target text share some kind of sameness. Middle of the 20th century, Roman Jacobson became the first who used this concept. Equivalence and equivalence is used as a concept during literal word for word and sense of sense to translation. Some expert looks at translation is linguistic process in which ideas from one language area translate into another. Translation equivalence and equivalence is an important concept of translation theory. It is one of main principles of Western theory of translation, finding translation. Equivalence and equivalence is one of the core problems of the translation process. Starting from the middle of the 20th century, a lot of prominent theorists who work in the field of translation theory include the concept of equivalence and equivalence. In their theorism and research, the concept equivalence and aggregates, which used to distinguish of difference between literal and free translations, sense for sense and word for word. A lot of experts use this term in their words and make a lot of attempts to distinguish two concept equivalence and equivalence. Such prominent specialists as Finney and Derblot, Jacobson, Niedercoffert, House, and Booker use the concept of equivalence and equivalence. In their studies, all of them we get this concept in relation to the translation. Theory translation is a complex process which can be recapped from several perspectives. Some experts feel translation as morally linguistic process where nation from one language or translation into others. When this group of experts regards equivalence and equivalence as literal translating each word and nation at the same time. Other specialists teach that culture context is very important for the translation because only we use the context can help to pass real meaning of the text. In my opinion, equivalence and equivalence translation should deal with repressing the meaning of the text. In here, Roman Jacobson distinguished three kinds of translation, which include the first is in interlingual dealing with one language, and the second interlingual dealing with two languages, and the third is intersemitic dealing with sign system. According to Jacobson, translators search for synonym when making interlingual translation in order to pass the message. The meaning is that in interlingual translation does not imply full equivalence between language units. According to Jacobson, translation involves two equivalence messages into different codes. This means the task of translator becomes to reach equality in message despite different grammatical, lexical, and semiotic structure of such text and target text. Some, as Finney and Derblot Jacobson, state that linguists' approach does not sweep for the needs of the translation theory. He stressed on the limitation of language and find out different methods which help to make the equivalence and equivalence. In translation, in translation, in translation, Jacobson come on semiotic approach where translators should extract message from the search text and then choose the most appropriate means to pass it to the target language. Equivalence and equivalence in translation, a complex phenomenon which is hard to define. It helps to pass the meaning from one language to another language, and very often equivalence and equivalence become the measure which helps to define the success of the process. A lot of experts stress on the important role of the equivalence and equivalence for the translation. There seems to be some similarity between finite and terrible theory of translation first doors and Jacob's theory of the translation. But theories, the fact that whenever a linguistic approach is no longer suitable to carry out of translation, the translator can rely on other procedures as long translation, but theory recognizes the limitation of linguistic theory and argue that translation can never be impossible. Since there are several methods that a translator can choose the role of the translator of the person who decide how to carry out the translation it implies in both theories but finite and trouble. As well as Jacobson can conceive the translation works as something which can always be carried out from one language to another regardless of the culture of grammatical difference between search text and target text. So the conclusion is the notion of equivalence and equivalence is undoubtedly one of the most problematic and controversial areas in the field of the translation theory. The term has caused, and it seems quite probably that it will continue to cause its debate within the field of translation studies. This term has been analyzed, evolved, and extensively discussed from different point of view, has been approached from many different perspectives. That first discussion of the notion of equivalence and equivalence. In translation, incited the future elaboration of the term by contemporary theory. Even the brief outline of the use given above the indicate is important. Thank you very much for the attention. Maybe useful, and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.